All right, it's time to talk about a small but mighty feature. And you can find that feature by selecting a piece of media that has either a screen recording from Camtasia that has cursor metadata or something you've applied the cursor path creator to, and coming over to the cursor tab in the properties panel. And what you're going to see here is I've got a little checkbox down here with smooth cursor across edits. Now, what does that mean? What does it mean? Well, let's first back up and we're going to go to the beginning of this and we're just going to watch this progression here. So I've got a cursor path creator effect. There's some animation happening. Go through a couple of moves here and it comes to rest right there. Okay, so now let's jump to the next piece of media here in the sequence. And we'll come over here and we're just going to watch again. I've got just one little cursor move. So you can see the thing I want you to take note of is the cursor at the beginning of this file is up here. And at the very end of this file right here, the cursor is down here. And there's two pieces of media there. So you're obviously, if we're going to go through this and walk through it, frame by frame, you can see there's this immediate jump between those two clips, right? And so that creates a continuity gap. And, you know, sometimes that's what you want to go for. It's your intent. But lots of times what you really want to do is just move on with your life and have a nice little animation applied across those two pieces of media. And that's where this smooth cursor across edits comes in. So if we look at this, and I'll back up a little bit here, and I'll go ahead. I've got that first piece of media selected. Note that there's the piece of media on the same track after it that has cursor information on it. And I'm just going to click this checkbox right here. And so now what happens is if I play this back, you can see that there's some automatic animation applied here. All right. The movement is smoothed across the edit. Right, so this helps with continuity. It makes it so you don't have that abrupt jump between these things. And you know, you can notice right here, this doesn't have any cursor smoothing across edits, and there's no media behind it. There's no reason to add it. So it's completely within your control whether you turn this on or off. One thing I should note is that this is super useful and is on by default when you're coming from Audiate. So if you've got an Audiate project like I do here, as you can see, this is something I've already edited, and you can see that it's edited because we have all these edit points inside of the Audiate file. And Audiate's brilliant. The workflow, I can't emphasize enough. It saves so much time editing with text and cleaning up your audio and your mistakes and removing the ums and ahs. It's really amazing for that. But what's rough is that you're sometimes, you know, editing blind here. You don't have a visual representation of what's going on. And I believe the Audiate team has plans to address that. But you still often want to get rid of the extra time that a mistake has. And you want to edit the video and the audio. So Audiate does that. It's got a great integration with Camtasia. But that can often lead to, if you've got, you know, I've got, you know, like 30 edits in this file right here, that often leads to really choppy cursor movement, right? So when you export back to Camtasia with Audiate and you come back into Camtasia, you're going to see that cursor smoothing is applied to the media. So I'm going to open up Home for a second and I'm going to come over here and let's just find a previous Audiate project. Here's one right here. Going to open it up and I've actually stuck the media inside of this group right here. So you have or will have soon the option to turn off and control whether you're automatically stitching media from Audiate when it comes back in. But what you get back from Camtasia by default is stitched media. All the edits have these nice little stitches, so it makes it easy to apply effects or edit your cursor path without having to go through and tediously select one piece of media and then go to the next and select it and apply a bunch of effects. But you can see right here, this checkbox is selected. And so what that does is as I'm moving through this, it will smooth the cursor across all the edits in this Audiate file, right? So works with Audiate, works standalone with Camtasia. I just showed you that example with the cursor path creator effect where we got that effect. You get it for free. You get choice, you get flexibility, and it really can speed up your workflows and make things look more polished and smooth. So I encourage you to check out Smooth Cursor across edits in the Cursor tab of the Properties panel in Camtasia 2022.